Hey there, it's BoardGameDave. Welcome to another Solo Play Sunday. Today I'll be soloing a game called Verdant, which is a lovely game about gaining new plants and adding them to your home and trying to meet their lighting requirements, and also gaining some decor and pets to add to your home and hopefully match their vibe with the rooms that you're placing them in, and doing all sorts of things to get lots of points and make a beautiful home with lots of plants. So this is a lovely, beautifully themed game from AEG and Flatout Games. This game plays from 1 to 5 players, and today I'll be taking on the sort of campaign scenario mode that's included in the box, which gives you certain objectives to meet as well as a score threshold you have to beat to move on to the next scenario. So I'll talk more about that at the beginning of the playthrough. Before we begin, I thought you should know that Solo Play Sundays are for charity. At the end of the game today, I'm going to donate my score to my mom's fundraiser for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I'll talk more about St. Jude's at the end of the video, but if you have a recommendation for a charity I should check out or a game I could play for the next Solo Play Sunday, please let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, let's get to it. Alright, here we are all set up and ready for a solo play of Verdant. Now, by the way, I am using the advanced variant for the first time here. I've got 3 objectives I'll be looking to complete for the end of the game, or at least score. So first is apartment living, 2 points for each completed plant with verdancy requirement of 4 or fewer. Pot pairs, that's 2 points for each matching pair of pots. And matchy, 1 point for each room with a matching item. So those are 3 things that can give me extra scoring at the end. And this is, by the way, the recommended first scenario in kind of it's almost like a campaign mode they've got in the rule book here toward the end. So I'm just working on that first scenario. I'm trying to hit a score of 70 and use the cards A, B, like so. So anyway, let's see, I've got my Staghorn Fern. I do have the lighting match here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 verdancy, which is a thumb in this case. This is a potless plant as part of the Potless Plants Verdant Kickstarter, mini expansion. So just so you know, it's gonna give me a 3rd thumb, and then I'm ready to take my first turn. So after a lot of consideration, I think I wanna go toward these cactuses. I think that's the idea. And I think the one I'm eyeing up here is the Christmas cactus. So I'm gonna head over here, I'm gonna grab that guy. I guess I'll end up taking this yellow cat, although that doesn't really help me at all, but I'll put it in my storage. I'm gonna stick that right there. Okay? And it looks like that does match, so that's a verdancy for my Christmas cactus. That puts a thumb here, and then what we do in the solo version is we kind of, like a conveyor belt, we're gonna wipe everything in this rightmost column. So the room card goes away, and the plant goes away, and the tokens go away, and even the pot goes away. So those high value pots are gonna be removed as we slide things down. So moving this down like so. Let's see, do I do everything correctly? I think so. And that would be a plant, and a plant, and a room, and 2 tokens like so, and like so. And I suppose we also need a 2-point pot right there. So that's how a turn goes. Now I am gonna run out of table space, I think, shortly, but we're gonna see how long we can get by with the way I've got things set up. So next I wanna go for some cactus-friendly rooms here, and I did just incentivize this guy, and now there's a sack of fertilizer on there, which I can use to add 3 verdancy to 1 plant and finish potentially my Christmas cactus. So that would be fantastic, actually. Let me see how I can make that happen. I could put that room above the Christmas cactus. That would work to give it extra verdancy, although I don't need that much. I could also stick it here. Yeah, I like that. I like this idea. So I think if I did all that right, this will be the one I take. Oh, do I need to add thumbs? No, thumbs slide over if they're about to be removed, but that didn't happen. So why don't I go ahead and take this one? And what was I thinking? Put it beside? I think that's what I want to do right now, actually. Even though I know that's not a match, I could put it above, but I don't think I need to. I'm gonna stick it here for now. So go ahead and grab that thumb. I'm gonna take a bag of fertilizer. It looks like I'm getting an additional thumb from here. So I'm at my max of 5. Also, I should probably put that there before I forget. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize, discard that to add 3 verdancy to my Christmas cactus, which means it's at 4, and I get to pot it. I guess you can't see it because of this real life plant there. There we go, fantastic. So there's 4. I'm gonna take a pot, the rightmost pot in the display here, like so. Fantastic. And actually, I'll leave these pots that I'm discarding off to the side because they could come in handy if I pot more than 1 per turn. So I'll leave those over there instead. So I think that's everything I needed to do. Actually, that one would have gotten an extra verdancy from this blue room. But again, that was overkill because I gave it 3 extra anyway. So, all right, that's all I need to do there. Let's wipe all of this like so. Okay, we're gonna slide everything down like so. Am I doing this correctly? Let me just check the rules real quick. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was doing this right. We do shift everything as far right as we can. So that leads to kind of new combinations here. It says all tokens and all cards get shifted all the way to the right. So we should have something like that. Add another pot here and 2 more tokens. And we're ready for the next round. How about fertilizer here? Awesome. And a trowel here. A trowel lets me add 1 verdancy to up to 3 plants. And by the way, if we see a watering can later, add 1 verdancy to any of the plants adjacent to a single room. So looking okay so far. This is where we're at. And let's see, I want to get lots of cactuses around that purple room. And I've got thumbs galore, so I need to start spending some of these thumbs. Naturally, I am absolutely maxed out here. So I could also start working on my blue rooms, put a kangaroo pocket here, or a black-eyed Susan vine. I like that better. These thumb ones are good, but I don't want to overdo it with the, thumb generators. So that would go here. That would be a nice one. Plus it would give me a trowel. I'd want up to 3 plants, but I only have 2 plants I could have verdancy to, so maybe I should get something else first. Yeah, let's do that. I think actually what I want to do, and this is again where my limited space is going to be an issue. I'm going to move these down to here. Yeah, that'll be fine for right now, I think. And let me grab that ponytail palm plus fertilizer. That's a good combo. Here we go. I'm going to stick this right there. That gets a verdancy right there from the purplish room, right? I'll hold on to that fertilizer for a second. That means a thumb goes there. Yes, okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just use my fertilizer now to add 3 verdancy to my ponytail palm, like so. That's a good turn, I like that. Okay, so we added the thumb and we're going to slide things over. Nothing was potted. Yep, so remove this. So I've played this solo before, I think at least twice, and I think both times perhaps I was playing the pots wrong. So this is hopefully my first time playing it accurately. I think that is the case. So that slides all the way over. This slides all the way over. I was watching some solo playthroughs and trying to make sure I was playing the same way. I think I'm okay. So something like this, and this, and this, and this. All right. 2 tokens, and I'm trying to get, I would be okay with getting that purple room. Oh, and you know what? A blue table looks pretty good too. I like that. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about this purple room with the blue table. Stick the table there. That seems like a no-brainer. That doesn't seem too bad. And then I've got that black-eyed Susan vine I was still thinking about putting here, but that's, there's no real rush to do that, I don't think. Let me think. Is there? I think I'm okay. Let's do, or should I do the trowel first? That was that. 1, 2, 3. That would give me another thumb. I am getting kind of out of control with the thumbs. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that because I'm worried about this shifting away. But then, if I do that, will the table go away from the room? See, this is the kind of thing. This is the spatial puzzle thing I'm not very good at. So let me go ahead and just do this while it's set up for me here. I'll take this. I'm going to put the table into the room. So that's 1 room with a matching item. That's good. And then we're going to put our room right there. Ooh, that doesn't match anything. Ooh, now let me think. I could also put it here and get some more verdancy and try to put cactuses over on this side. But I kind of committed to this side, didn't I? Well, that wouldn't work either. This is not working very well. Well, maybe I'll just try this and get more cactuses down the road. Sure. I guess I'm okay with that. That adds a verdancy to you. And we need to add a thumb to you. And then I think that's it, right? Cool. Well, where did my... Oh, yeah, that was the table. All right, cool. So this is going. And now this is where the thumb slides over to here. Discard these, get rid of that, slide things over, like so. Okay, you're coming over here, you're coming over there, and we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, and a new pot, and 2 more tokens. I'm hoping everything's in frame. It looks like it is so far, so like that, and like that. All right, cool. So what do I have to work with now? Another cactus is out, and with a verdancy requirement of 4 or fewer. I'm liking those for my little apartments, so that is one I'm interested in. Plus fertilizer could be very helpful. That'd be great. That would let me potentially finish that. Oh, I like it. I like it. Although that's a partly sunny, which I can't match with anywhere. If you know the rules of Verdant, of course, it's 5 in a row. Yeah, and then 3 columns, or 3 rows, 5 columns is how this grid works. So I can't go beyond that. Yes, I like all these tools that are coming out, though. That's fantastic. Maybe I need to start taking some rooms. I could take one of these and match it to the staghorn fern, and that would give me another thumb. But again, these thumbs, I don't really need thumbs right now. Why don't I go ahead and take the burrow's tail, even though it doesn't match with anything. That's a bummer. But oh well, that's okay. I'll take this. I'll take the fertilizer. And why don't we head, where should we go? This way? This way? I don't think it matters too much. I guess I'll put it here. Okay? So again, no lighting conditions are matching. Put a thumb here. I will use my fertilizer. Put 3. Now I could put my 3 here and pot that, but that would be overkill. That'd be at 8, so I don't want to do that. So I'll just go ahead and stick it right there. Almost completed there. And then let's see. I think that's all I need to do, right? Cool. All right. So the thumb moves over. Thumb moves over. And then if there's 3 or more thumbs on a card, those thumbs get wiped. So that's another important rule there. So slide things over like this and like this. And now we're down to the 1-point pots there. Like this and like this and like this. All right. Cool. And let's see what kind of tokens come up. We've got, wow, fertilizer. Wow. I'm gonna shuffle this up a little bit more. I've got all these tools. Wow, that's insane. That's crazy. All right. Well, we've got these dark blues again. I talked about putting a dark blue there. That could help me finish the burrow's tail, actually. Either of these would work, and that would give me another thumb, and I could get some fertilizer, but I would want a plant to put that fertilizer on. Maybe I need to start working on one of these yellows, or I could just wipe the cards, of course. Cards without the thumbs. If you're wondering about this, because I actually might get rid of this card because it's taking up some space, I can spend 2 thumbs to replace any number of tokens, so wipe up to 4 of those. I can also replace any number of cards without thumb tokens on them. I can draft any card plus any token, so I can like mix and match or mismatch like that, and or add 1 verdancy to any plan. So those are the things I can do with my abundance of thumbs I've got going on here. Maybe I'll put that over here for reference if you like to remember what I need to work on. So, all right. Yeah, so what do? Do I wipe stuff? I mean, what do I really want? I think I'm okay with getting a blue room. That seems smart. And I guess maybe I'll just go ahead and finish the ponytail palm. Yeah, okay. So let's take that. I'm going to pull this off. Man, these thumbs, I'm getting swamped with these. Oh, wow. I mean, it's not a bad thing, is it? I'll take it. So take the thumb, put one here. Okay, take some fertilizer. This goes here. That adds a verdancy to here, but not to here. But you know what that does do is finish my burrow's tail. So I take the rightmost pot from there. There we go, success. And then I've got some fertilizer. I'm gonna spend that to add 3 to this. Of course, that takes me to 8, so I'm extra verdant. And then this is where, since I already potted a plant this turn, I go over to the discard pile and take the lowest value pot from the discard pile. So that's why these are important to keep off to the side. So that is that. And then I've got my 6 thumbs I need to do something with. Everything's potted, so I mean, this is gonna seem really stupid. What I can do is spend 2 thumbs to add verdancy to my staghorn fern, which gives me a thumb back. But there's really nothing else I really want to do. I mean, I could wipe these yellow cards. I could wipe the tokens. I'm going to wipe tokens. I wonder if I can do that now. I think I can. I think I can do that anytime. Turns out I can. I can only do that before taking my card and token. So that's okay. I put my 2 in there to add verdancy to my staghorn fern to get a thumb. It's kind of complicated, but that way I have 5 and I can keep on cruising. So, all right, let's move things over. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this and this and this. Do some sliding. All right, what are we, like halfway through the game about? It's 13 turns, so it doesn't take very long. That goes there, and we've got that, and that, and hopefully I'm not forgetting to put thumbs out or anything like that, or forgetting to add verdancy. It's one of those games where it is actually fairly easy to forget small things here and there, so I hope I'm doing an okay job of keeping tabs on things. There's a dog, there's a cat. Hey, a dog that could go here. I like that. That could be very helpful. Let me see here. I've got plenty of thumbs so I can mix match if I need to. I do want that dog, and maybe I can start working on yellow somewhere in my tableau here. If I get one of each type of plant and one of each type of room, for either of those things, I get 3 points. So I do want variety along the way. Let's see. And I do have a yellow cat for a yellow room if I can make that happen. How about, let's see, maybe I could put that, oh, Swiss cheese plant here would look good. That's nice. That would work. But I don't, oh, and I do want purple things. Of course, that would double my points here for matching. So Swiss cheese is looking excellent. That's a good choice. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. Stick it right here. Now, again, where are we gonna start putting things? It's gonna start getting tight. How about we do something like this? That's okay. We can adapt like so. Someday, hopefully soon, I'm going to get myself a board game table, and it's going to be wonderful, and a designated studio setup for stuff like this. But today's not that day. So there's that. I get a verdancy on my Swiss cheese plant, and I've got a cat. I'm going to stick the cat right there. As for items, you want a variety of items because that's how you score at the end, right? For different kinds of items in your house, right? Or apartment in this case, you get more points. So something else to keep in mind. All right, so I've done that. I'm gonna add a thumb to here. And I suppose that's the end of that turn. So yeah, I like it. I'm on my way with my Swiss cheese plant. This moves over, this wipes, and I didn't seize on my opportunity to grab some thumbs because this is moving over here, and then since there are 3 or more thumbs, they do all get discarded. So the thumbs are returned to the supply, and we're sliding down, continuing on like so. Get you one here. Yeah. By the way, this is also like kind of the timer of the game too. As soon as this terracotta pot, I think, shows up here, I think that's the last turn. I think that's how it works. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. Slide you off frame a little bit there. Ooh, a yellow room. Okay, yellow room, yellow plants. This is good. Oh, and a purple table. Nice. And I already wanted this room, didn't I? Or did I not? I don't remember. I wanted the dog, I guess is what I want. All right. Well, I've got plenty of thumbs to mix and match as I see fit. So what are we going to do? Well, I don't have a single light blue plant, and I did put an item here that matches for 2 points per matching plant adjacent to us. So I'm thinking kangaroo vine here. Now that is a high verdancy plant, but it's also 8 points, which is not bad. Although this is 7 verdancy and it's still 8 points. So actually that probably is the better move right there. But it's not sunny. Sun gives me a verdancy to start with. Anyway, and I do want that because it's got that table right there. So let's take this. Okay, goodbye. I'm gonna stick you there. That gets a verdancy now. And then this goes there. All right, so I love that. Thumb goes here. Awesome. Slide this over. Take this, get rid of this, get rid of this. Those are a lot of good items that I'm kind of letting slip through the cracks there. I probably should have been, I don't know, trying to take them more. I'm not sure. I wouldn't say I know a lot of strategy about this game, to be honest. Slide that down. Wow, look at these big point cards. Goodness gracious. And remember, this is giving me 2 points for each completed plant with 4 or fewer. So honestly, I kind of would rather have the lower scoring ones here instead of these 7s and 9s and 8s. But, unless I'm trying to use my thumbs, I kind of get what you get. A fish bowl, I love that. You got to get some oxygen and filtration in there, buddy. And a bird. Yes, I see. All right, so my tableau's getting pretty full, people. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more turns, 5 more spaces in my grid. So how are we gonna maximize this? I could put a yellow room here, stick a yellow plant there. Would that make any sense? 1, 2, 3, yellow, orange. That would give me that variety thing. But honestly, I feel like the whole 3 points for having variety, one of each, I think that might be I don't think that's worth pursuing sometimes, honestly. I think sometimes you just got to double down on like the cards, the colors that you already have, maybe. So, for example, I could take this blue room, stick it there, put a blue plant here, and then maybe put another, if I can find another pink room to stick there. That seems better than variety. I'm going to try that. So, see how that goes. Yeah. And as far as these guys go, so far I've got one pair of matching pots, so that's good. Oh, this one. I've got a little, well, I've got 2 of those, and I'm doing okay with this, the matching items. So, and a blue room gets me the dog. I like that. I like that. Let's try this. So, although this one gives me the fertilizer, which is really nice, but I want that dog for this. Let's do that. Take the dog, take the room. That goes here. This goes here. I'll have to use a thumb in a second. This one goes there. And it looks like that gives me, well, I can't, that's already potted, so that doesn't matter, but I do get a verdancy down here. Awesome. And then let's spend 2 verdancy for 2 thumbs for 1 verdancy, and we'll stick it on this guy. Cool. All right. I have not potted anything in ages, it feels like. So taking the rightmost row, removing that. Oh, that was easy. Slide this all over. All right, the end is in sight. The end is in sight. Here we go. There's orange. If I do want to go the orange route, I could. I think I might not, though. So there's that. Oh, did I put a thumb on the thing I didn't take? Let me think. Let me see. I took a room. No, I bet I didn't. I should have put a thumb here that would have hopped over to here, right? Right, I think so. And I've got 4 things left to do. Can I put these up here? Can you still see them? I'll just kind of hide them off the screen here a little bit. Okay, so 4 turns. I want to get this and stick it here perchance. That seems okay. Plus I get the fertilizer. Plus I get a thumb. I like it. I'm not going to overthink it. Let's do it. This goes here. This goes here. Another thumb here, so it's max thumbed. Ugh, that's too bad. And that does match for a verdancy, like so. And I've got fertilizer right here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and dump that on to what? You're the closest. Let's put you on there. Swiss cheese. All right. Okay. I think technically I'm supposed to move that over. Get rid of all this. Slide things over, like so. And then the last thing I'll do is get rid of these thumbs, since I can't have 3 thumbs on 1 card, so goodbye. Wow, I am thumbless out here in my tableau, my display, in the market. That's unfortunate, but I'm okay. I think I can roll without. Okay, fantastic. I don't like these options. I'm tempted to wipe some cards. I want another pink room to show up here. That'd be cool. Although maybe I should have taken that blue room that had a bunch of thumbs and stuck it here, but I don't know. I didn't want to do that. So what else could we do? There's yellows, there's oranges. Yeah, I'm not trying to do yellow or orange, especially because I would need a yellow still to kind of make that variety thing happen. So although that's tempting because of that 4 verdancy, yeah, but like that here would be so cool. But am I going to get to 8 between now and the end of the game? Kind of unlikely, right? What are the odds I actually finish that? Although that'd be really cool if I did. I need to finish all these other things. I need some trowels right about now. So let me get some new rooms. I think that's the first thing I want. So first time here, I'm going to spend 2 of those. I'm going to wipe all of these. I don't like any of them. And do I like these plants? I actually don't really like these plants either. Yeah, I mean, they're too high. Yeah, I'm just gonna wipe the whole market. I don't like any of it. Stick it at the bottom of the pile. I believe that's where it's supposed to go. And let's try something fresh. Where are these hairs coming from? I did get my haircut today, but they seem to be in the deck, which is concerning. It's probably cat hair. Like so, like so, like that. Okay. I wanted that. All right. And some fertilizer. Okay, this worked out okay. This is all right. I want to get this combo somehow. I could do that right now, but I need to get this before it wipes. I think that's more important. So let's go ahead and take this, but then I get a fishbowl, which I definitely don't want a fishbowl. Although at this point, sticking it somewhere probably makes more sense. So I'll put you here. I'll put my fish bowl. Oh, I hate mismatching, but there you go. And that gives a verdancy to the zebra Haworthia and a thumb here. All right, we're wiping. This goes away. This goes away. Hopefully, my last turn, there's a terracotta pot here. I guess it will be so. Yeah, I think this is the first time legitimately that I've played this game right, so that's encouraging. It helped to watch other people play, so. All right, here we are, just about done. 2 cards left to take, and we'll get to scoring and see how I did. So, next, this room here is what I want. Oh no, there's a cat! That could have matched here, plus an extra point. Maybe I should have just discarded that, but I already have a cat. Honestly, that's probably more points getting the variety instead of the matching. But anyway, I'm overthinking it. This plus this, that would be awesome here. And then my last turn could be, I'd have to put a room here. I'm not sure what I'd stick there. Huh. Yeah, because there's no dark blue rooms and there's no light blue rooms. And I'm leaving all these plants unpotted. That's actually really discouraging. This and this and this and this. Yikes, that's unfortunate. Maybe I can get a fertilizer my last turn here, but yeah, I didn't play this optimally. I think I made some very silly moves, but oh well, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my 2 thumbs to do a mismatch like so. And I don't know whether to put it here or here. I really don't think it matters. I guess I should look at the verdancy. That would give those 2 verdancy. Oh, okay, well, I guess that makes more sense. So I'll put that there. 1 verdancy there. And 1 verdancy here on the Swiss cheese. And the Swiss cheese is 1 away from being completed. That would be nice. Is that looking right? That's looking okay to me. So, let's see. This is going to hop. Oh, a thumb, of course. This is going to hop all the way to there, I suppose. And we'll get rid of this. And this. And this. And truly and surely it worked out that the terracotta pot is on the right side. And there is one exception to the whole potting rule, where if you pot more than 1 plant on a turn, you take the lowest from here. At this point, if I pot any more plants besides my first, I just do terracotta plants, or terracotta pots. That's how the last turn of the game works, just so you know, in case that happens. All right, hey, if I can get a fertilizer right here, that would be great right about now. Is it a possibility? Oh, close. I mean, no. And I thought about that. Remember, the watering can plant waters up to 4 plants around a single room, but the plants I need to pot are so far dispersed on my board, that doesn't really help me. And I don't have 2 thumbs, so I can't do a mix match. This would be my ideal move, you know. But I can't do it, unfortunately. So yeah, this is looking really, really unfortunate. I suppose I could just take this room just because. Put it there. Oh, man, this is upsetting. I really didn't play well. I could get fertilizer. That could finish that one, at least. And that would give me the 2 extra points. That probably needs to be my priority, is finishing this. As much as I'm frustrated I can't get this done. So, yeah, let's not deliberate too much. I'll go ahead and take this. And I'll take this. Yeah, no sense. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and put that there. Oh, actually, I should look at the verdancies. It doesn't look like any of the 2 fertilizer cards work anyway, so I'll just stick that there. And then I'll fertilize and add 3, 2. Again, this one makes the most sense on a, because of this extra point thing. Am I wrong? This is 3 points right now, and then that'll be 8 points. I get net 5 points. That's 1 point, and that would be 4. So, no, this actually makes more sense. So I'm going to way overshoot it and complete my Swiss cheese plant. If I did my math right just now, I think that makes more sense. So I'll remove those, and I'll stick my terracotta on there. And I think that's the end. Yeah, my goal to beat, 70 points? I don't think that has happened today, but no worries. I can always challenge myself in the future. Let me take another look. Yeah, so AAB and 70. AAB and 70. Well, let's get the score pad and see how we did. By the way, these are my other solo scores. I had 71 and 79. Now, I might have been playing wrong, but even without the bonus scoring, cards, I was doing okay. So we'll see. Maybe I did better than I thought I was going to, but I wouldn't count on it. So here we go. Adding up our plants, potted plants. Let's take a look. No, I've got 8 No. There's 12. There's 16. There's 24. There's 26. I do count that because it doesn't take a pot. 26. Hey, that's not bad. I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah, because I did get those high value plants like the 8 and the 8 and the 8. Oh, wow, that didn't score bad. And then let's see. 1 point for every 2 verdancy left over. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. So that's 2 points. We don't do half points here, okay? And then my pots, which I did really badly with. So there's a 2-pointer. There's 2 more for 4, 5, 6, 7. That's nothing. Is that it? Wow, my potting skills were atrocious. There's 7 points there. Each room, so this, we gotta go top to bottom, left to right. So this is 2 points per match. 2, 4, 6, that's nothing. Let's see, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and this is 1 point per, so that's 17, 18, this is 20, 22, and this is 24, okay? I believe that's right. So what am I, 59 right now? That's not too bad. I could get there. Next is variety of items. So let's check our little handy dandy player aid here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different items. I didn't even realize I doubled up on tables, but 1, 2, 3, 4 different items only gives me, only gives me 9 points. Okay, well, that's all right. 9 points here. Did I get one of each kind of plant? I certainly did not. One of each room? No. Okay, so as of right now, I think I'm at 68. So, I assume I have it. Let's take a look. 2 points for each completed plant with a verdancy requirement of 4 or fewer. Well, that would be, I didn't finish that. You and you. And okay, I don't think I'm going to count this because in the air plants, potless plants, it does say they don't have a verdancy requirement, so I assume that wouldn't count, so I'll play it that way. I've got 2 cards that match for 2 points each. It's 4. Okay, next would be pot pairs. So how did I do? I only have 1 pair of matching pots. Again, not great, but that's okay. It's 2 points there. And finally, 1 point for each room with a matching item. That would be you. So 5 more points, and if I do all that math right, I think it's 20, 79, I think is where I'm at. Let me double check really quick. 28, 35, 59, 68, 79. Hey, okay, so it looks like I somehow accomplished the scenario. Now, with the quick caveat, of course, it does say that that is the easiest scenario to start with. So I've accomplished that. Next is 70 points with some new cards, and then the objectives get harder and harder, and the point thresholds get higher and higher with some mandatory objectives that you have to do, like completing all plants or cannot use hand trowel items. So yeah, this is a really interesting scenario. Again, this is my first time kind of diving into the whole kind of campaign scenario booklet, but I like it. And with a score of 79, I'm pretty happy with myself. And that was Verdant Solo, and it seems like I actually got a final score of 82, so we're gonna go ahead and send $82 toward my mom's fundraiser for the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is a pediatric treatment and research facility that's been around since 1962, and they're very unique in that they never bill families for treatment, travel, housing, or food. St. Jude is consistently ranked as one of the best places to donate by Charity Navigator, so I'm very happy to send some money toward the work that they're doing. You can find out more about St. Jude in the description down below, and you can also donate to my mom's fundraiser if you'd like to using the link down in the description. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and I hope you get your copy of Verdant played as well if you have a copy of your own. And in the meantime, have a wonderful week, take care, and happy gaming. Bye.